The story is not about gambling itself. Like he could have created some other kind of parallel system. This character.
लीड के लिए जुआ शौक है और गरीब आदमी करेगा तो खराब आदमी बन जाएगा, ऐसा क्यों है?
करने के लिए ये चीज़ के लिए आए हो, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ मैं कुछ बोनस भी दे दूं यार दिवाली का, तो और लोगों को अच्छा लगता है. तो
I don't remember being so invested in terms of just pure time also, having spent so much time in any other project. थे पता है हीरो बहुत हमेशा से. If you watch DDLJ today, it's not all white.
Yeah.
It's never been.
Whenever there's a project that is associated with the three guests that are sitting right next to me, I don't think the gamble to watch it ever not pays off.
Nice.
So I think them coming together is the biggest gamble that the industry has seen, and I think this is the gamble that will bring the biggest reward. So I'm very excited as I'm joined by the team of Matka King. So firstly, all of you, welcome.
Thank you.
And sir, Abhay sir, I will start with you. Like, what was about this story that kind of fascinated you? That you, because if I'm not wrong, this is your first time as a creator on a series.
Right.
You have written before, but this is your first time creating it. And firstly, what was it about this story that fascinated you the most?
I think the world came from our producer Ashish Aryan. He had he'd spent a lot of time doing a lot of the research. So when I read all of the material that he had collected, the first thing that really stuck out was, you know, how accessible Matka was, and it was the first time that someone had, you know, actually gone out and fought for the common man, democratized gambling to the extent where, you know, you could go and bet not 10 paise or 5 paise, you could bet 10 annas, 5 annas back in the 60s. So that was very fascinating. It spread, it was not just in Bombay, it spread to like interiors of Maharashtra, all over the country, all over the world eventually. I didn't even know that. I thought Matka was a very localized thing. But the fact that it became that big was something that I found super fascinating.
Yeah. And I think that's is going to be the USP that's going to connect the audience as well. But Vijay, did it feel like there's a very rags to riches kind of a story for Brij Bhatti, and somewhere in your career, I would say, there's been like, for you, the journey has been quite similar. I won't say rags, but like from smaller parts and like side roles to kind of getting to this mainstream leading space. For you, somewhere that relatability kind of came along with the character in that sense.
I like people who believe in their own self. I admire the courage of the character to stand up against a very towering boss who thought he is good for nothing, to be able to question authority, challenge norms, challenge the structures of why elite are elite के लिए जुआ शौक है और गरीब आदमी करेगा तो खराब आदमी बन जाएगा, ऐसा क्यों है? So that arc of one person believing in himself and when nobody believes in him, to kind of finding support and making the most of the life is a very human arc, and arc that I have personally lived. So there is resonance with that kind of a rags to riches story. At the same time, doing it your way, in your style, sticking to the conviction that you feel is yours, it's truly yours, and not changing your ways to fit in, you know.
Yeah.
Those are the similarities I shared with the character. At the same time, I wish I was this suave and this charismatic in life. But,
ये तो गलत हो गया.
those
ये तो है.
those are stuff only for the movies.
नहीं, वो तो देखो रियल लाइफ में भी है. इतना तो मैं as a person on the other side बता सकता हूँ. But like when you were giving the answer, like before you said the जुआ वाली line, I was confused. Were you describing yourself or the character? I think because those qualities are so kind of similar in that space. But सिद्धार्थ सर, like मेरे को, मैं बहुत खुश हूँ एक चीज़ से, that whenever we have seen you in a Hindi project, mostly आपको या तो comic relief या फिर as a cop दिखाया है. This is something very different space for you. So आपको भी कहीं ना कहीं वो एक refreshing change लगा, because somewhere someone kind of saw you in a different light. एक तरह अलग तरीके से makers ने भी देखा.
ये सच्ची में डेफिनेटली मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि ये नागराज सर ने मुझे वो दगड़ू में देखा और उन्होंने मुझे प्लेस किया. करेक्ट बोल रहे हैं कि कॉमेडी मेरा फोर्टे है, वो तो मैं करूँगा ही, लेकिन उसमें मैं बहुत वेरिएशन करता हूँ और करते रहूँगा, क्योंकि लोगों को वो चाहिए. लेकिन कभी कभी एक्टर को मुझे सरप्राइज करना बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि आप मुझे देखने के लिए ये चीज़ के लिए आए हो, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ मैं कुछ बोनस भी दे दूं यार दिवाली का, तो और लोगों को अच्छा लगता है। तो मटका किंग में मेरे कोई नागराज सर ने दिवाली का बोनस दे दिया ऐसे बोलूँगा, क्योंकि अच्छे लोग, अच्छी स्क्रिप्ट, अच्छा कैरेक्टर और अच्छे को आर्टिस्ट। तो मेरे लिए तो ये सरप्राइजिंग है एज ए एक्टर दगड़ू कैरेक्टर करके, कि ये जिस तरीके से ब्रिज भट्टी का जो जर्नी है उसमें किधर तो भी दगड़ू भी उनके साथ है और दगड़ू की जर्नी शुरू हो रही है, तो वो अच्छा लगता है। तो ये नागराज सर, अभय सर, सिद्धार्थ सर, अश्विनी मैम, इनका ही क्रेडिट है, उनके वजह से ये सीरीज़ कर रहा हूँ मैं। लेकिन एज ए एक्टर येस, मेरे को बहुत एक्साइटमेंट है, क्योंकि ये पर्सपेक्टिव अलग चेंज कर देगा, और वो तो फिर करेगा तो अच्छी बात है।
और आप कितने सालों से काम करें तो कहीं ना कहीं आपको ऐसा लगता था कि हिंदी में वो पोटेंशियल आपका उतना एक्सप्लोर नहीं हुआ, बिकॉज समवेयर लोग वो उसी एक जोन में देख रहे थे आपको, और कहीं ना कहीं वो एक एक्सप्लोरेशन करने का मौका नहीं मिल रहा था।
मैं सर, ये मेरा वैयक्तिक मत है कि मैं ये नहीं मानता कि वो मुझे लगता है कि जहाँ मुझे जो चीज़ देनी है वही देनी है। जैसे मेरी डिमांड है, अभी डिमांड है कि मैं ह्यूमरस कुछ काम करूँ, जो लोगों को अच्छा लग रहा है तो करता हूँ। यह रिक्वायरमेंट एज ए एक्टर भी वही थी, तो मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है कि ऐसा प्लेस होना जिधर लोग आपको देख के रिलीव भी हो रहा है, आपको देख के अरे यार ये बंदा बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहा है, यार इसके कैरेक्टर को और थोड़ा सिद्धार्थ जादव दिखता तो मज़ा आता है। ये जो एक्सपेक्टेशन एज अ ऑडियंस हो ना, वो मुझे अच्छी लगती है। तो एक्टर करके एक्सप्लोर करना अच्छा लगता है, कॉमेडी हो, सीरियस हो, डांस हो, म्यूजिक हो, कुछ भी हो।
बट दिस गोज टू बोथ ऑफ यू कि अभी रिसेंट हमारे एनवायरनमेंट में मैंने देखा है कि मैंने क्या मतलब एवरीवन हैज सीन दैट देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स दैट आर सेड अबाउट अगेंस्ट गैम्बलिंग, एंड मतलब बहुत देयर आर केसेस, देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स हैपनिंग अगेंस्ट गैम्बलिंग एंड बेटिंग। इन दैट एनवायरनमेंट व्हेन यू ब्रिंग अ शो लाइक दिस, are you somewhere also conscious about the fact that some people might see it as a glorification of betting and gambling instead of the glorification of the character and his journey?
Yeah, I don't think we've glorified gambling in a sense, because for us it's the actual story is not about gambling itself. Like he could have created some other kind of parallel system, this character, but it's more important to follow the character on this journey and see the kind of reasons why he had to create this kind of parallel system. When the formalized economy was not accessible to the common man, there was something that compelled him to create this sort of system. So I think it's important to look at the environment, and the man is a product of his environment. So we've been very conscious of that. Once you watch the entire show, you'll realize we're not glorifying gambling in any way. It's more about the reasons that compel this character to kind of come up with something like that.
Yeah, and I think it's important for the audience to also understand that, because
Absolutely.
I'm sure there will still be a section who will not,
Sure,
who will watch it from that lens.
Actually, we invite a conversation
Yeah.
because I am very certain, because Nagraj sir and Abhay both are such capable and such keen eye on what they said, and their films are very socially alive. So I think they carry a responsibility. At the same time, if you talk about something that has happened in the past, that doesn't mean that we want that to happen again. Sometimes putting a torch at something happened behind us is important, because it also shows us that resistance to gambling has been around since the 60s.
Yeah.
Like this character faces a lot of resistance. It's even till today सुमड़ी में करते हैं लोग, खुल के कोई नहीं बोलता मैं करता हूँ। उस टाइम पे भी वैसे ही था। The cracking down on this was significant then, and it is significant now, because see क्या है, समाज में जो चीज़ें अवेलेबल है उसी से लोग करते हैं। अगर शराब दुकान पे नहीं मिलेगी तो कोई पिएगा कैसे? So वही है, सेम चीज़।
But what do you think has been the biggest gamble you have played in your career?
I mean, running away from home, leaving a family behind, and a very protected and loving family behind was tough, because in our Marwadi household, usually men don't leave homes. They work in the family business, and they marry, and then they have kids, and the kids immediately work in the family business. That's the circle of life. To break away from that, on a hunch, clearly with no direction and no idea, to chase this career and find success has been a gamble that paid off. So but I think I'm more of a very good, calculated, educated investor than a than a gambler.
So अगला Wolf of Wall Street बनाए फिर आपके साथ.
बना दूंगा, तो आग लगा दूंगा.
But I have to say, like, this was one of your because from the inception, the announcement of this project to the final release, it has been a long time between the two.
2 years.
And 2 years. And ये आपका सबसे ज़्यादा secretive project जो मुझे लगा है वो ये है क्योंकि there has been a lot of discussion about how things are not coming out.
Yeah.
Not about how things can
Yeah.
come out, it's about not coming out. For you, how difficult was it to maintain that secrecy? Because it was one of the most sought after secrets of the industry.
Yeah.
But you had to keep it for 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, I was completely involved. So first year went into the making of the project.
Yeah.
The second year was where Abhay was really doing all the heavy lifting of the post-production, music, VFX and dubbing, and we were sharing notes all along. Like every month we would check in, and every time he'd need something from me, I'm there. I would just call him out of curiosity. कहाँ तक पहुँचा भाई बता दे, कुछ तो दिखा दो. Then edits started to happen, and I was in touch with him. I was in touch with Nagraj sir. I was in touch with Sid Roy. I don't remember being so invested in terms of just pure time also, having spent so much time in any other project. And this is the longest I have associated myself all in. So I like what तू नहीं बोला, किसी ने तो बोला कि विजय वर्मा all in and as मटका किंग.
सही बात है बिल्कुल. I think we should put it in the official description. But Vijay, I have to ask you this, that somewhere do you feel like
No, I remember we made the announcement at the Amazon event, then we made a small filming begins kind of a thing. And when the shoot got over after a year, I was like, I want to celebrate this one moment. So then I posted a bunch of pictures from the rap, and उस बात को भी एक साल हो गया उस बात को भी. But मुझे पता था कि आएगा तो I just have to hold my cards close and only reveal it when it comes out. So now it's.
उसके बाद एक और प्राइम वीडियो इवेंट हो गया, announcement वो भी हो गया. Yeah, but what I was asking is that somewhere do you feel like it has become the era of grey heroes in some way, because now you don't have those proper like hero.
बहुत कम थे पता है हीरो बहुत हमेशा से. If you watch DDLJ today, it's not all white.
Yeah.
It's never been. I think this is a complete common misconception, especially when it comes to discourse on films. We've always had morally ambiguous protagonists because all white, except for like maybe a few performances by Mr. Rajesh Khanna when he played Bawarchi, or where he's just a pure optimist and a happy person. Usually there are stories about a person suffering from some kind of either insecurity or lack or a personal pursuit and several obstacles that a story doesn't work otherwise. So we've always had great antagonists. History of, I mean, literature से लेके art से लेके cinema में, we've always had great antagonists. Mr. Bachchan in Diwar is a classic example. Classic example, because the other brother is the nice guy, so called. But this guy, वो भगवान के मंदिर में कदम नहीं रखता है, वो बाहर खड़ा रहता है. It's like that's the ultimate protest against the system, because he feels that he's been unfairly treated, you know. So I resonate with those antagonists and anti-heroes more than heroes, because I haven't seen any real heroes.
Yeah, no, I completely agree that they were morally ambiguous, but today it's more about legally ambiguous as well. Like I'll take like here, Brij Bhatti is doing something illegal. The indecent example, Dhurandhar, be it Animal, like the heroes have become these legally ambiguous people. So where do you think it has become this new trend of the era, that legally ambiguous heroes are the new heroes?
Is it?
I would say it's always going to be a product of the times, right? Like today, it's an interesting observation, but then I think we need to look at where we are in society. If that is what, you know, if these are the characters that are emerging because, like Vijay said, like in the 70s, the Salim Javed sort of anti-hero, the angry young man, he represented an angst that the common man wanted to
feeling.
kind of he was feeling. The greatest novels that were written, whether it's Dostoevsky, always grey characters. Even in this format, long form
Rorschach.
television, The Sopranos or The Wire, you have protagonists who are really really messy and complex, and you can't say he's a good guy or a bad guy.
Yeah.
What you can do is examine humanity itself through
Correct.
these characters, and I think that is what we've tried to do here.
But somewhere does it make it more special as artist also, because somewhere you get to play something that is not just black or white, but is those layers somewhere that kind of unfurls
करेक्ट मैं अपने आप को बाहर कर देता हूँ क्योंकि मैं बना रहा हूँ बट इसका जो इफेक्ट है वो ऑडियंस को ही पता चलेगा और वही बताएंगे कि ये सही है या गलत है या कैसा इंसान है वो उन्हीं के हाथ में है। मैं तो कोशिश करता हूँ कि एक आदमी की कहानी यहाँ से शुरू होती है यहाँ तक ख़त्म होती है अब मैं इसको ईमानदारी से कैसे निभाऊँ बस।
But I have to say, I am loving, as an audience, it's a treat to watch these stories come to life. It's the impact somewhere that it creates, I think, is larger than life also. It's not just a spectacle that comes on screen. I think that is what appeals to the audience as well. Very excited for Matka King, and I'm sure it's gonna do wonders, because I think जितना excitement आप भी देख चुके हो 2 साल में लोगों को है, so I don't need to kind of address it. It is already out there, the kind of anticipation people have, and I'm very excited. And again, very happy to get to talk to you again, Vijay.
Thank you
and
so much.
For both of you, first time talking. Hopefully, many more to follow. And all the best and lots and lots of love and luck to you for everything you do.
Thank you,
Thank you
Tushar.
so
Thank you,
much.
thank you.